Good evening and welcome back to Timberborn, here with our down the drain map, and you may notice some things are missing, and that is because the little trick that I was doing with the platform didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't survive a reload. I did say in the last episode I wasn't sure if it would. Yeah, it didn't. So yeah, we'll have to keep that in mind in the future. That's okay. That's okay. We can fix that. Was also mentioned in the comments. Zuigi mentioned that it would possibly have issues there, so you were right, got it wrong, but that's okay because we can work around that. That's not a problem. We'll just put in these little platforms here, and here, and then put in the double square platforms there, zip, there, and there we go, and that'll fix it. Awesome. Okay, nice and easy fix. No, not that it matters the door position on this actually. The door positions also don't really matter with the way I'm doing things here. So I'm doing it because it's symmetrical and it looks good, and maybe I do suffer with mild OCD, I don't know, but it just looks okay and I like it like that. But we could very easily, again, as was pointed out in the comments, we could very easily put the ladders on top, if that makes sense. So we could when I'm not coughing, we could put the ladders in so they're like this here, up against these ones here, and then if there was a doorway, you just rotate the ladders around, and it's fine so long as the ladder is up against a solid piece behind it. So like this, it's fine. The ladder allows access through 3 sides, and you can stack them so there's you can put a ladder like this and then rotate it around like this, and that still works perfectly well. That's not a problem. So we could have just done that, and I could have just spaced it out however how and not worried about the mirror mod. We may have to do a bit of a change with the mirror mod at some point. It's a wonderful mod and it works brilliantly, but it does have some issues with some other buildings. Any default building is fine, not a problem, but it does have some issues with some modded buildings of doing weird, like we had the this here doing stuff like this, and I have to push F a couple of times to get it to stay. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. I'm going to leave it for the moment, and we'll just do this, and we'll just see how it goes, and this will be fine here. So that means everywhere we want to put in a platform on a ladder, we have to just extend the ladder out a little bit, or extend it out with a single floating platform, which is not a problem at all. I might as well do that right now actually, because I don't know whether we're going to do what storage we're going to do here yet, so we'll leave that. Okay, we have built our houses. They are all done, dusted, full, and all of the beavers that were born in them have started to grow up. So we now have 4 spare beavers, which is awesome, which is very awesome. So what are we going to do with them? Well, I think we're going to put them to work, because that's what we'll do. We've got plenty of planks, that's not a problem. We've got loads of gears, that's not a problem. We have loads of metal blocks, that's fantastic. We've got loads of scrap metal, although we have no more scrap metal to mine, because we're done with it. We've finished the scrap metal here. So let's do that. Let's put in scrap metal. The mine. Let's put in the mine. Let's unlock the mine. Let's build the mine. It needs 250 reinforced planks. We have 180 plus whatever's in there. 187. So, but this should be fine. We should build this pretty quickly. I'm going to build it that side and just let it do its thing over there, I think. And this is going to become our iron area with maybe our bots behind it. I think that's going to be the better way of doing it, which means we need to remove all these. I paused these for the moment because didn't see the point of having them running when we were full on blocks. So yeah, so our beavers can come and build that. The recipe is going to be scrap metal. Oh yes, the folktales can do science, can't they? And this is the only place you can have bots doing science, because the bots cannot work in the observatory. So you can technically have bots make science for the folktales, although that's a very long-winded process. So It needs gears and treated planks to make. It also requires gears and treated planks to work. So we're going to have to make some of those. So let's put them in here where we said we were going to. So treated planks are in a large pile here, and they require logs. Sorry, they require planks. So planks are here, so that's not too far away. So we'll just do a load of storages down here. I'm building way too many storages for what we need, and I know that. I'm just building it because I'm conforming with all the storages are going on the ground, and then all the buildings are going on top of them. So that's just how we're doing things here. So yeah, we're just going to stick with that. It works. It's questionable, but it works. So we'll go with that. So I'm going to put underground storages in here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And all these are going to be reinforced planks, which will never fill up, probably. And we don't need anywhere near that amount of storage. And I could only do one of them. 1,800 treated planks is fine. But I'm going to put them all in there just because we can, basically. So don't worry. I know it's way more than we need, but yeah. We'll put in our 2 overhangs there because we need that. And then we're going to put in our solar platforms like this. And we're going to do the... Actually, I need to unlock the 4 long ones for this. Boom. Yep, we need the 4 long ones. And the 4 long ones cannot fit there because the 4 long ones require an extra height. It does not say that. It does not say that in the tooltip. That's extremely annoying. They have a 2 height blip at the end. That is extremely annoying. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It doesn't mention that. It does not say that. The tooltip are the same for both of them. It's got 4 blips. It's got the same icon. It's got everything. It doesn't mention that at all. That's annoying. Okay, we'll get around it by doing it this way. We'll just put in another row of the extended platforms here, and then we'll just put in the 3 ones because yeah. Well, that's it. That is genuinely annoying. It doesn't mention at all. There's no difference. It just says 4-bit. It doesn't say it requires more support. So that's yeah. Oh well, that's fine. And we can run the power directly from this building across. That's not a problem at all. Just bloop. There you go. That's what we'll do. So let's put in a I could build a single platform, or I could build one of these, or I could build anything there, or we can just connect it up any old how. Don't think these have to be connected. Okay. So we'll. Do you know what? I'm going to unlock the single one as well. Oop, and we'll use the single one just because we can. Oop. Yeah, I'll put one there as well. So there. And then up here we will put in our wood workshops. And I'm going to flip them. Flip. There you go. So all the doors will be facing the same doors here. So awesome. Okay, and then you can get built and populated with peoples, and then we can remove these ones down here. Okay, all the iron and other bits and pieces processing is all going to be done here. So we have enough scrap metal spare to rebuild these because these require scrap metal to build. So that's not a problem. So we can remove these and remove these now. Yeah, I think we can remove these. Oh, actually, where's all our treated planks gone? Oh, they've all gone here, haven't they? Yeah, we still need some more. So I'll leave them running for a moment. We'll get this built because I want to make sure we've actually got a stockpile of scrap before we do things. So let's speed up the time and let's build the things. This I want to prioritize. This wants to be built first, and then I want to do a low priority workplace because it's important, but it's not as important as other things. So although we should have plenty of workers anyway. So yeah. Okay, let's get this and well, let's get this built, shall we? Okay, the mine is built and is running. All the beavers are coming back in there. Boom, boom, boom. And they're producing some scrap. It has made some scrap, which is awesome. it's working. It's brilliant. It's fantastic. It's wonderful. So let's change up these things here, shall we? I want to shut these down and get these done. Probably should wait for one of these to get built at least, but I think we're okay. I think we're okay. We can run this here. This requires treated planks to run. It requires one every 1.8 hours, and you produce one every 3 hours, which means it's not quite 2 wood workshops to this. Because if it was 1.5 hours, then it would be 2 wood workshops needed. So 2 wood workshops will actually produce a surplus of treated planks, so that's fine. However, we don't actually need this running right now for the time being, and I might pause it because injured beavers are a thing. We're getting injured beavers. Any machine that is kind of like a, I suppose tier 2 is the best way to describe it, would be the ability to injure a beaver. So by tier 2 I kind of mean like the ones that have more dedicated machinery. The lumber mill and gear workshop are they don't injure beavers that I know of at all. The gear workshop, no, I don't think it does at all. I don't think you get any injured beavers from that whatsoever. It's only the stuff like I think the paper mill can, but I'm not sure on that. I know the print and press definitely can, the wood workshop definitely can, and the smelters definitely can as well. So any of the buildings that kind of require metal definitely injure people, and maybe the printing paper mills. I'm not sure though. Maybe not. Don't know. I don't know. But if it requires two things and it's got metal in it, so you can just see what I mean by tier 2. These look more impressive than these do. These are all made of wood. These are made of metal. So yeah, there is no tier section in the game. There's no tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, whatever. But you know, this is a more advanced building. They can definitely injure beavers. There's probably a list somewhere that shows what buildings injures and what buildings don't. So we'll see. We'll see if that's if I'm wrong about the printing press. I don't know. Paper mill. Could always find out. The only way you could find out would be to build a paper mill and have it running with no other buildings running. So we'll see. Anyway, so we want to. You're going to grab all the iron from here and start producing this here. We do have scrap. We do have iron. I need to make sure at least one of these get built, like first, and I think we'll be okay though, because I think it's going to build like one of the end ones, and then we need to prioritize this one and actually put the power line in. I forgot about the power line. That's important. Boom. Do that. So yeah, so we can get some of that going there, because otherwise we can't get any scrap to produce anything. So yeah, I can also unpause these as well. We have plenty of scrap, so we can always get the scrap metal going. So so how about I was going to jump ahead and start building some other things like doing the bot factories, but I need to remove this because this is where I want the bot factories to go, in here. So how about we wait until our, what are they called? Wood factories. Wood factories? What are they called? Wood workshops. How about we wait till the wood workshops are finished, and then we will actually come back and build bots. Okay, so slight change of plan. I've had to pause making all these here because we've run out of wood. We have no logs. We have no logs left at all. Which makes sense. We're probably consuming so many of them doing the planks and other bits and pieces. So yeah, I'm also going to pause this because the injured beavers are just going up and up and up. So I think what we need to do is get ourselves a forest. We need to build ourselves a forest. So yeah, okay. Let me pause all of this. Stop. All of you stop. You can carry on because you're quite slow and we want to get a little bit of a surplus of reinforced planks going. So you just carry on doing your thing. That's fine. You're only using one plank every 3 hours. It's not a problem. So we want to square off these, I suppose. That's what we'll do. We want to square off these now. Hello? No, hang on. I cannot hide the water. That's a little awkward. Okay, so a quick readout later and the water disappears. Don't know what happened there, but oh well. I've put in all the paths, so we have our noughts and crosses all sorted out here. And I need to put in our barriers around the edge. I also feel like I'm kind of losing my voice, so apologies if I sound a little croaky. Let's get rid of these here, shall we? First of all, let's go and demolish everything in there, yes, and set everything there to be destroyed, and the same here. Oof. Yeah, okay, and we'll do the same here. I don't think we actually need this over here done. We don't need this over here done, but we'll get rid of it anyway. So we're okay. Yes, we could harvest the trees and I could sort stuff, but no. So we want to put in the edges. We're going to do the same as the other ones. We're going to go with a 2x3. Oh, this is doing. See, the problem is I don't quite know. Yeah, that's doing some odd things. This is a problem I've had for. I've seen a couple of other places as well. That it does some odd things as you place stuff down. So I put that one down and then it starts doing it again. So I think I'm going to have to get rid of the mirror mod, which does mean some of these buildings are going to disappear from us. I believe they'll disappear. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to get rid of the mirror mod. And then any one of these buildings here that has disappeared, I will use the debug menu, which is Shift, Alt, and Z. And when you're in the debug menu, you can instant build buildings that don't cost anything. So I think we're going to do that because it's causing me problems. And we can just rotate the ladders round. I don't need to do the way I did the ladders. I just did that because it looked good. So we'll do that. We'll do that. Okay, to my very happy surprise, we haven't lost any buildings because the buildings that were flipped with the mirror mod, which is a fantastic. I'm not slating the mod whatsoever. It's a fantastic mod. It was causing problems with other mods. It's obviously designed just for the base game, so you can have mirrored everything. But I guess it's just a toggle, and the buildings are just the standard buildings, and then the mirror mod flips them over, which changes the door. But they're all here. They're all here. They're all fine. They're all alive, so we don't have to change anything like that. The only thing we have to do is when we want to build a ladder up here, instead of the ladder being on this side of the wall, we'll put it on this side of the wall. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. Yeah. Okay. That means we can now proceed with building this thing here. Okay. So these require 56. I'm not fussed about the logs. We don't have enough logs. I know we don't. We'll have to get the logs as we go. What I want to find out is, do we have, let me bring up the calculator, do we have enough planks to do this? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 56 times 4. That's 224 planks. No, we do not have enough planks to do this. And that's going to be times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So times that by 6, we need 1,344 planks to build one side of this. So that ain't gonna happen. Not with our current log situation. I like that these are expensive. I like that. I'm not a fan of mods that make things cheap. Looking at you, Pillar Mod, that do the same thing as other stuff, just make it cheaper. But yeah, I don't even know what the Pillar Mod. Is it part of this one here? Is it part of this this platform mod? I don't know. It might be. Probably. Doesn't matter. So yeah. So we don't have enough to do that. I could obviously turn on the lumber mills and get some more planks going, but I'd really like to be able to do this. We're gonna have to log it, but we have logs, and these are 6 logs as well, aren't they? Yeah, they require 6 logs. So we bring up another calculator here. So 6 times 4 times 6. That's 144 logs. That's not so bad, actually. That's not so bad. That's all the logs there. So we could turn on some of these and probably still. Well, we're going to have to. We've got no choice now. So the question is, do we do it down here? Do do I do it up here? I think we're going to do it down here. This is going to be our trees. Then this is going to be the food, and then this is going to be the entertainment / housing district. And there might be some houses in between them as well, in places. I don't know yet. I might put the houses like in here and in here, so they can live in there, and then they've got access to districts either side very easily. That would make sense. And then down here, because we're only going to put in the water wheels like 9 here, 9 here, 9 here, and 9 here, and that will be enough power for everything, I believe. I might be wrong on that, I don't know. But then what I'll do in these other segments here is I will put the batteries, the flywheels, in here, and then the flywheels can charge up during the night and then be discharged during the day if we're not using enough power. Because I'd like to do that. I'd like to use the flywheels. Don't need to on a flooded map all the time, because you just always get power. But yeah, we could do that. The other interesting challenge that I kind of thought of back when I first started this was doing a flooded map like this, and you're not allowed to use water wheels. You've got to use any other power apart from water wheels. So yeah, not sure whether that's just a really bad idea or whatever, but it would force the use of windmills and beaver power, and then it would also, you know, the flywheels mod would come very, very useful into that. So yeah. Okay, so here's my question: is that one, that one, that one, and that one? Yes, they're all accessible via this district here. It's a long way for them to go, but they are all accessible via this district here. This needs clearing off yet, so okay. So let's unpause the game and get them doing that. Let me put in the tunnels, which also need to go in, which are here. Oh. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. I'm also going to actually prioritize removing at least that one, so I can get the path in there. And then you see, this is the bit here, because I've taken the path back a little bit. I don't think they can access these two in the corners. It says it still can, but I don't believe they actually physically can get there. So we will see. Yeah, like here, I don't think they can actually get to this side, because the way the path, this only reaches to here and this only reaches to here. If you run the path along a little bit further, they can have a better distance to go. So, but I'm not too sure on that. I'm really not sure. So we need to enable at least some wood workshops. So let's get oh yeah, because you're running as well, so you're going to be using things as well. So let's enable loads of beavers. 2 or 3. Let's enable 2. Well, we'll enable 4. We'll enable 4 of them. We'll let them go. They're going to use some trees. We don't need. I need 144 trees or logs to build this, so that's not so bad. I haven't factored in this, which is even more stuff. So that's even more logs and things. I haven't factored those in. I know, but okay. So that's going to take a while to build, like a good while to build, because it's a lot. There's also loads of gears and logs and things here they're getting rid of. So yeah. They're putting the scrap away as well. So yeah, I made this priority, so yeah. Okay, so that's all right. You are emptying of planks, you're done, so we can actually remove you. Oh yeah, I changed one of these to potatoes, didn't I? I forgot about that. Cool. Okay, so we have some more potato storage. That's cool. Food is not a problem. Water, I have noticed this is empty. This should not be set to obtain. Oops. Yeah, I have noticed this one is actually becoming empty, and I need to keep an eye on this, because the water might be trickling down slowly with this amount of beavers. So we'll see. I'll do it there. And we will put in another cut and come back when this is built, I think. I put a lot of cuts in this episode here, and that is because the last 4 episodes, there's been lots of planning and no building. So I'm trying to move along. I'm trying to, instead of being like, hey, should we do this, or should we do that, or should we do the other, you know, there'll still be some of that, don't worry, there'll still be some of that. If you're missing it, don't worry, it will be back. But for now, it's like, we need to build this, so let's just build this. And I'm looking at the clock and actually realizing that no, we'll come back next episode when this is built, because yeah. Okay, so what have we learnt in this episode? Do not build off of ladders with do not use the floaty trick thing because it doesn't work. The mirror mod can be uninstalled without a problem. I wonder if I reinstalled it, these would flip back around again. I don't know. We might try that. I'll try that off camera. So that's fine. And building dams is really plank expensive. Like really plank expensive. So we have learnt a few things. So yeah. Okay. We'll come back next episode. We will have this built and I'll try and drain it as well. I don't know if I'll destroy the edge there and do that. I might just let it run and do its thing. If everything's stable, I might just leave it and run it. I don't know. I don't think it is stable. I see the water dropping. Concerned. We may put in another pump or two as well. That might happen off camera. If the water level is very clearly dropping, then I will put in a few more pumps. That's all we need, just a couple more pumps. So we've got the beaver spare. It's fine. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this one, and I do hope to see you again in the next one. Until then, as always, have fun.